Hello, I want to show you how to write a CV to get your crypto job, whether you have an experience or not. So, the essence of this video is to show you the different CVs and how they play a role in helping you get a job. And most importantly, you should know what should be in a CV and what shouldn't be in your CV. And just like I always tell my students, just like I always tell them every time, every single time, that you need to gain experience because if you're migrating from whatever you're doing into the crypto space, even if you're a writer in another industry and you want to now be a writer in the crypto space, it's not very important for you to create samples of content around the trending topics in the crypto space because that is what is going to show that you can write in the crypto space. As much as some of the samples you have from your previous experience are important, but now you've shifted into the crypto space, crypto and the blockchain space. So you need to create samples of your work. You need to create some sort of a small portfolio that you can easily show that this is. So how do you now get the experience? First of all, if you're a content writer, if you're a community manager, and all of that, as a writer, you start creating samples around what are the topics, what are the areas, sectors in the crypto space that are trending now. Write 2 to 3 topics on them and keep them handy. When you keep them handy, if you're a graphic designer, make some designs around whatever it's raining in the crypto and blockchain space and keep them handy. And whatever else you're doing, if you want to a community management job, look for internship opportunities, look for ambassadorship opportunities. This is like opportunity for you to get experience. You need the experience that you need because those internship roles, they help you to you get them, and these people are not expecting you to come with any form of experience, so you can get in there, get your experience, and get paid. It might not be as much as you would have earned if you were actually doing the main job. And same thing for ambassadorship job roles exposes you to different kinds of capacities. If you're from community management, community content writing, to graphic design, to social media management, and all of that, you develop capacity. So this is another way to get experience. If you're asking, how do I fill up my CV with experience? And then even if at that point you see you are still you're asked for a CV, even at the point of internship or at the point of uh, um, ambassadorship, what should you do? Do what I said, build a portfolio. You should have 1 or 2 friends who have online communities. If ask them, let you manage a be their community manager for a while, at least for 2 weeks, for a month. You practice, you learn, practice with those things. You if you're a writer, you put together some content. If you're a designer, put together some content. Practice, do some stuff. You don't have to work for someone to actually learn and practice the things you're learning. All right. So don't just learn, practice the thing you're learning. So when you now come to your CV, the first thing first, your CV must carry your name at the top. Now, some CVs expect you to write the specific job role you're looking for first at the top, at the top, here, and followed by your name. Please do not write curriculum vitae. Do not write curriculum vitae. The things resumes and CVs have upgraded from this. They know you are sending them a CV. They know you are sending them a resume. Do not put. See, that's why I'm using this particular sample for you. I'm using this particular sample for you. So do not put curriculum vitae, and do not put your address. They don't need your address for anything. When you get on board the job and they need your address, they will give you. They'll tell you, give you something to fill. They request your address. Somehow they'll give you something to, if maybe they want to collect data of their workers, of their staff, they will request for your address. They don't need your house address, your nation, your state, your country, whatever, wherever you are coming from. Even if you're going to put anything like that, you can just put your the state, your city, state, and country. That's all. Or your state and your country. Then Of course, your email address should be up there. Your LinkedIn address can be up there. And your phone number too can be up there. After that, this thing that follows is your career objectives. Now, for career objectives, for people that don't have their entry, they're just entry persons into that field. Like they don't have much experience. Maybe they have like months to 1 year experience. But when you already have like up to 3 years experience in this space, when you already have like up to 3 years experience in this space, you can use professional summary. You're saying career objective because you are just an entry person. It's an entry role, so you have objectives, you have things that you plan to achieve in that space. So you're so and so person, and this is these are your interests. This is your interests, and this is what you plan to bring on board the platform. It's like a mini cover letter that should only be 3 sentences maximum. 3 sentences maximum. But if it's a professional summary, you're writing a summary of your of what you've achieved. You say that you have 3 years plus experience as this, and this is what things you did, and this is what you planning to gain. You list what you have done. So professional summary and career objective are different depending on your level of experience. The next thing is you now use the word experience, not work history. Use the word work experience, or just experience. And then you can highlight 2 to 3 experiences that you have that reflects your experience in that particular field. 2 to 3, like if you're looking for a content writing job, only put a work history that will reflect the number of years you've been in the content writing field. Then you list them out, and how to write it out is, now I'm trying to correct you. You shouldn't put this. You write your role, what you've done, and the range of time. Don't just put 1 year. You're trying to show the range of time you're being. So you've put the time you started and the time you stopped at that place. Then under it, you now write where you worked. Under your role, you write where you worked. I'm going to show you other samples so you see what I'm saying. You now write where you've worked, and under that, you now put what you did, what you were able to achieve while you were there. So this will be for all your experiences. And after that, now let me show you this thing with this other one. Now, this is it. So I'm using this one now to show you. So what you're doing, where you're working, and the range of time. This is it. Employment history, or experiences, or work experience, or work history if you want to still use that. Then the name of the title of the role, and you've worked there, like what you did from when to when, and what you were able to do, what was your responsibilities there, and what you were able to achieve. You put it down like that. So so this is how you write it out. Are you seeing it? What you did, where you worked, and the period of time you did that work, and what you wrote. Don't just write one line. Write at least 3 things. At least 3 things you did that were part of your roles and responsibilities, and you were able to achieve in that work role wherever you worked. Then after that, you put your education, the educations you've gained, like you put your educations you've gained, and then you put down the courses you took. If you took any courses that are in line to back up what you're doing, back up the skills you have, back up the experiences you have, and then you add your skills. What are you good at? Add your skills. This is down where you now put which language are you fluent in. You put it, and then you put references. When you're writing your reference, it should be just name and email address. Name and email address. That's all. Name and email address. That is all you should put. Name and email address. So I hope this was able to this makes a lot of sense to you. Let's look at this is a sample or from online. Now, a resume shouldn't be a lot of pages. If you look at this thing now, it contains everything in one page. It's obtainable, it's doable, you can do it, you can do it with your Word document. Everything in one page. I know she put her address, but your address is not really that important for now. It's not part of the it's not part of the main things they are looking for. They're looking for your experience. Your work experience is like literally the most important thing in your CV, your skill, what you can do. But I'm just using this now. So I'm just trying to show you work experience. This is not like a typical, what should you do? Work experience and her. So if you see, the majority of the page is carrying her work experience and her education history, and then a highlight of her skills. So work experience, what you did, where you did it, and how long. What you did, where you did it, and how long. You highlight the work roles under your educational history, and all of that. But so the main thing I want to show you here, I'm going to use the same one to show you that is. So in a summary, let me go back and tell you what not to do. Do not write curriculum vitae. Write only your name. If possible, write the skill you're looking for first before your name. Like the role you're applying for first before your name. Then you write your email address and your LinkedIn, most importantly. Then career objectives or professional summary, your work history, work experience, whatever you want to call it, work history, employment history, work experience, or employment experience, whichever one, and the title of the role, where you did it, and the range of time. Title of the role, where you did the range of time. Title of the role, where you did the range of time, and then your education followed by your skills. From your skills, after your skills, then you can now, just like I showed you in this one, like it doesn't have to be this long. Your resume should be maximum 2 pages, actually. Maximum 2 pages. Unless you have relevant things, like plenty things about CV comes in. For employment, you just need resume, maximum 2 pages. So select the experiences that you have that reflect that particular job role that you are applying for. So you show your education, you show other extra courses that you have that emphasizes your skill. And then, so that is one of the reasons why I said your LinkedIn handle should be very updated. So you don't have to like pack things in your CV. Anybody can check your LinkedIn handle and get every other extra information they need to get about you. So I hope if this was clear, just make sure you like this video. If you see any questions, you have questions, you can ask it in the comment section below. I hope you're able to see the samples and all of that. Don't forget to add your reference. Don't forget this, but the most important thing is your career objective, your work experience, and your education and skills, and maybe extra courses you took around that, and then you add your reference. So don't forget to turn on notification button for further videos to get notification for further videos. All right.